Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Vade, aka Pro Bench Warmer, bringing you another RBL video. Now I know it's been a minute, and I've been very inconsistent. I don't know the word there, but I've been very inconsistent with bringing RBL content to the channel. Don't worry. I actually have a couple series planned out. A couple of probably 2 laddering series that have to do with the RBL, and then just Pokemon stuff in general, and then something else. So, but I didn't want to half-ass the season. I already missed weeks 1 through 5, builders and actual battle. So I didn't want to at that point. I was like, yeah, it's pretty late to try to give you week 1 through 5 team builders and then show the videos and then so on and so forth. I felt like that was pretty lame, but I brought the battles that I felt comfortable bringing on to showing you guys on YouTube, the replays. And plus, I feel like recording it, these battles specifically, will help me grow as a battler. For next season, I'll definitely be bringing more content. I'll definitely, if I'm still in the RBL, which is like 1,000% I am going to be in the RBL, bring more team prep videos, bring more battles if I can bring the battles, and so on and so forth. But let's get into this match. This match is week 8 against the Minneapolis Mamoswines with their new head coach gmars. It used to be J Walt on Reddit, but he passed it to his assistant coach, who has been doing really well with the team. I mean, the team is chock full of threats. His OU picks are Starmie, Mamoswine, and Mega Charizard X. UU picks are Porygon Z, Cobalion, and I think it's Reuniclus. If I'm missing a mon, I'll put it in an annotation or something like that. He had Stunfisk, which is actually a threat. Togetic, Cofagrigus. Well, put it long story short, he had a team, or he had Mr. Mime clearly. He had a team full of threats that I was scared of, and it was like I would build to make sure that I can handle one Pokemon, then I'm weak to another. So I had to make my sets a little bit more universal amongst his team, so that no matter what 6 he brings, I should be decently fine. I've had prep battles with gmars before, and I told them that in that battle I told them that ground coverage plus dark coverage kind of overwhelms your team. He was like, yeah, I know, I always prep for that, and I expected him to do that, and he actually scared me with this team. I'm not even gonna lie. Sorry about that. I was seeing the preview screen, and you guys can't see the text, but the first thing I said was holy shit, because his team that he brought was very scary, and please don't underestimate the creepy thing on the side. But because Mr. Mime just finished having a 6-0 sweep of a lifetime, I think it was a 5-0 sweep. Yeah, but Mr. Mime just finished sweeping the team, so I know that that's capable to be like the offensive threat on this team. But I see Mega Charizard X, I see Porygon Z, I see Cobalion, I see Reuniclus, and I'm instantly freaking scared. But I brought Mew. I'm going from left to right. Mew, max HP, spread defenses, a lot more physical defense, bold nature, with Calm Mind, Roost, Earth Power, and Shadow Ball. Choice Specs Noivern with Draco Meteor, Air Slash, Dark Pulse, and U-Turn. Defensive Rotom Wash with T-Wave, Hydro Pump, Volt Switch, and Pain Split. Kecleon, the team mascot, with the Assault Vest with Knockoff. What did I bring? Knockoff, Shadow Sneak, Rock Slide, and Low Kick to actually hit Cobalion and Mamoswine a little harder than Drain Punch. Then we have Regirock, which is last minute switch up, is max HP, a lot of physical defense, then the rest in attack weakness policy with Rock Slide, Earthquake, T-Wave, and what was the last move? T-Wave and stealth rocks. And then Audino, max HP, 122, physical defense, 144, special defense. Calm nature with wish, knockoff, baby doll eyes, and reflect. So let's get into this match. I'm gonna put it on speed on normal, and I'll pause it a couple times to explain my plays. But I'm looking at his team. I'm thinking of a matchup, and I lead Audino as he leads Starmie. It was great. I know I can live. His hardest hitting move would have been a Hydro Pump. I know I can live it. So I went for the knockoff, even though I knew in the back of my head, Cobalion is the knockoff, like, switch in. It gets an attack boost and then, like, hurts something after that. So I still went for it because taking off its item, if it's Life Orb, is really good and it lets me scout to see if it's Life Orb. It's actually, go for the knockoff here, it's actually Leftovers. So I'm like, alright, no problem. That means it has rocks. So I go into Rotom predicting rocks, but he went for Iron Head. I'm like, 4 times resist that. So that was a good switch. I was actually a little bit more afraid, but here I went for T-Wave in case he went for close combat, so I can bring something else on it. And it actually, I actually paralyzed Porygon Z. Now this was huge because I am now allowed to scout what Porygon Z this is. I know he has download instead of adaptability, so I know I can take that off the calcs. But it can be Choice Scarf, it can be Choice Specs, this can be Life Orb, it can be Nasty Plot. It still hurts, whatever the fuck it is, it still hurts. But it being paralyzed allows me to switch and assess the type of damage that it might do, and assess what can I hit it with. So I Volt Switch out to get some damage on it because I need to get damage on it. This thing is a threat. And I go into Audino to sponge, and it takes a ton from Tri Attack. With that damage, I think it did 66%. With that damage, that told me that this thing was Choice Specs, but it was timid Choice Specs because modest Choice Specs with +1 special attack would have done probably to 90. I forget how much. I did the calc, but I forget how much it was supposed to do. It's +1 Choice Specs. Tri Attack that hurts like hell. So I know it's Choice Specs. I'm like, alright, so I can switch into the only mon on my team that can actually take that rather well, and that's the team mascot Kecleon. So I switch into Kecleon. Kecleon takes 54% from this, and I'm like, well, he's paralyzed. He can fear the Drain Punch, and it'll kill. So he's gonna switch out. I'm going for Shadow Sneak. I go for Shadow Sneak. It's a good 30%. Oh, 40%. Oh my god. To Reuniclus. I'm like, Jesus. So I went for the knockoff because I did the calc. Max HP, max attack, adamant, Kecleon. Knockoff does 50% to a max HP, 200 defense, bold Reuniclus holding an item. It does 50 to something percent, or like it's probably like 48 to 50 something, but it does a lot of damage, and it was at 61% already. So I would have taken down a huge threat to my team in Calm Mind Reuniclus. And plus his safest move would have been Shadow Ball and Psyshock. At that point, if I was Dark type, I am immune to Psyshock, and I actually resist the Shadow Ball, so I was free to do something else afterwards. But he switches this thing back in on another knockoff, and I'm like, great, we have to play around Cobalion again. This is so fun. I definitely died to a CC here, so I switch out into Rotom Wash. I could have went for the Shadow Sneak, but I didn't see the point of that. I needed this for I thought that I needed it for Reuniclus, so I kept it alive. So I switched into Rotom knowing I could take a CC, knowing that he'll go for it again because it's his best move. I switched into Noivern. Now this was ballsy. It's +1 attack close combat, but Noivern resisted and has at least a decent amount of bulk on it since I only sped crept it to outspeed Starmie and put the rest into HP. It has enough to take 2 close combats. Well, not really, but enough to take a close combat, and I already outspeed it and threaten it out with Stab Air Slash because he's dropping his special defense the entire time. Now here, I could have just gone for Dark Pulse, knowing that he has to stay. He has to switch out. He has to switch out. Or I could have just gone for Draco Meteor, even though it's resisted. He has a lot of Spadef like gone. So I'm like, you know what? That's fine. I'm gonna go for Air Slash because this is my safest play, and I can probably hope for flinches on the next mon. So I go for Air Slash. This is Specs Air Slash, and look what it does to Reuniclus. Nothing. And I'm like, seeing that he got his HP back, this is Regenerator Reuniclus. So I'm a little less threatened. He goes for Shadow Ball. I'm switching Kecleon. This is my answer to Reuniclus. But there I go for Low Kick, revealing that I'm Low Kick over Drain Punch. And this was because I predicted him to go back into Cobalion, predicting the knockoff. Because knockoff would have put this thing in a world of hurt from where it was, like it always would. So I go for the Low Kick, predicting Cobalion to come back in, and it does nothing to Reuniclus. That was a great play on my opponent's part, staying in, knowing that I'd have to switch up moves if I want to get like risky. And he just drops he drops Kecleon on the side shock. Kecleon died 2 times in this season, both the side shocks. So I go into auto no because he cannot drop me at any range that I'm at. I get a free wish up. And here's where the beginning of Doom starts. Here's why I love digging into move pools. I go for Baby Doe which is +1 priority to drop your opponent's attack. He goes for close combat. He had lowered attack, lowered defense, lowered special defense, and I took no damage because of the wish. Now I can freely switch into Mew. Since I said earlier this thing was leftover, so it has rocks. So his best move right now is to go for rocks. So he goes for rocks, and I just Calm Mind on this thing. He switches out into Porygon Z, which is actually slower than me because of the T-Wave, and I Calm Mind on this. I Calm Mind again because I'm I'm faster, and I can scout to see how much damage he does. He goes for Dark Pulse, and it does 48%. I'm like, alright, so we need to Roost. He goes into Charizard. That was a smart play on my opponent's part, but I am now +2 special attack, which is all I need to drop Charizard with an Earth Power. And he sets up a Swords Dance, and I'm like, oh shit, Charizard drops without me taking any damage. This thing comes back in, and I'm like, shit, I should have Calm Mind here. Simply seeing how the match was going. I just dropped a huge offensive threat, and the next offensive threat is Paralyzed. This thing always carries Healing Wish. Well, mostly carries Healing Wish. So I should have just Calm Mind, knowing that he would go into his best offensive threat left, which would be Porygon Z, which is Choice Specs. So I should have Calm Mind, but I didn't. It's alright. I revealed Shadow Ball here, which was really bad. So he goes into Porygon Z, that's full, and he gets an attack raise now because I have my defenses boosted. So Dark Pulse now does 35%, and I flinch here, but I have lefties. He'd need 4 flinches in order to drop me from full. So he goes into Reuniclus, and I go for the Calm Mind because I knew I needed, like, with more Calm Minds, I can handle Porygon Z really, really well. He goes back into Porygon Z, which is brilliant because I went for Shadow Ball. That was brilliant. And from here, I'm like, I'm fine. I could just fire off Earth Powers if need be. I think he gets the flinch here. Yeah, I went for Earth Power here. And I'm like, now I'm getting a little low because I need to stay alive for the rest of these things. So he drops me down to 30, and I roost up on this thing. And then now I go for the Earth Power if I land it. I think I flinch. Oh no, Earth Power. There you go. That's 75%. So it's a 2-hit KO easily from this range. He goes for Dark Pulse, and I'm still getting too low, so I got a Roost. And now I go for Earth Power again. I think I do. Yeah, and I drop. Now this thing just dropped PZ and Charizard X. Mew's set to sweep from here. So he sends in this thing. I was predicting Shadow Ball. He actually had Signal Beam. I don't know. I think to kill Shiftry on my team, that makes sense. So it drops to a Shadow Ball. I'm getting a little low. So he goes into Cobalion. I know he's going to try to flinch me out with Iron Head. So I just go for Roost. So he doesn't get the flinch there. He goes for Iron Head again. I believe he doesn't get the flinch here either. I go for the Earth Power. This thing is gone. So that's 4 kills right now for Mew. And then it's just Reuniclus from full. Shadow Ball drops it down to half, and I'm +3. So this thing was AV, and he hits me with a Shadow Ball, does nothing. Drop his Spadef, so I know Shadow Ball's killing. And that was GG from there. This was an amazing Mew sweep. And I totally didn't think Mew was going to be the win con going into this match originally. When I team built, I made it so that my game plan was Rotom, Mercs things with Hydro Pump, and stop setup with T-Wave, so that Noivern could come in and click either Dark Pulse or Air Slash and win the game. Draco Meteor was there in case he switches in Charizard, and Charizard had no speed. No, Dragon Dance is up and I just kill it. Even if it doesn't Mega Evolve. Audino was there to set up a Reflect or Baby Doll Eyes to stop the Dragon Dances from Mega Charizard X. Because then it will force it to kill me. So if it's forced to kill me, it takes Flare Blitz damage. Hopefully, if you want for Flare Blitz instead of Dragon Claw, it takes Flare Blitz damage, and then something else will come in and clean it up. Or if it goes for Dragon Claw, it still doesn't have the attack that it could have had to beat something else, and I could bring in something healthier and clean up. So that was the game plan building, and we took an amazing win this week. I totally didn't expect it. I'm still in shock that I swept with Mew. I don't know what to say. Next week I believe we take on Joseph 6, who is the winner of the RBL Season 2. He's a champion. So I'm hella nervous about this match. I don't have the greatest of records right now, and I don't think we can make it to playoffs. Probably with this win, probably. I'm not too sure. I think I have to win out the rest of my season in order to make it to playoffs. But my goal right now, since I don't think I'm going to make it to playoffs, is at least break into the top 10 teams. I've been sitting at 15, between 15 to 13 since the season started. So that's pretty fucking sad. So I just wanted to break into the top 10. I think with this, I broke into the top 10. Mew now went from 9-5, having the most kills on my team, I believe, to 14-5, which is fucking amazing. So thank you for watching. Hit me up on Twitter if you want to help me build. No, I'm kidding. And enjoy the rest of the content that should be coming here soon. Leave a like if you like this battle. I'll try to keep things as good as this. And drop a comment in the comment section. I know this has nothing to do with this video, but I do want to upload content other than Pokemon. But I want to know what emulator games you guys think I should play. Like anything that you guys have played that you just want to suggest to me, I'll try to play it. One of the series is one of my favorite, if not my favorite game of all time. So that should be coming soon, hopefully next week, if I can get if I can bulk record at least 6 episodes. But yeah, I'll bring content like that alongside, Showdown and League stuff and so on and so forth. So yeah, just leave that in the comment section. I look forward to reading those. And this is Vade signing out. So peace.